Hi, I'm Liz Burns. I am the owner, manager, operator, sole worker for Twella Berry Bush Food and Herb Farm. It's certified Demeter biodynamic, and I've got 5 generations of history here. This is the beginning of spring and the spring mowing program. The season doesn't really begin until January, really. So the next 3 months I've got a mowing program. This is 1 kilometre long, and I just start where the grass grows the fastest and just keep moving up and down. Don't use any artificial fertilisers, chemicals of any sort. I don't import any inputs. I make my own compost. There's always something flowering here, and I'm surrounded by natural forest as well as the introduced species. They all have their place, and means that I've got birds and insects in balance that take care of any pests and diseases. And this soil is full of bugs, microbiological life that we're just starting to have a look at, but I think that's the secret to the flavour. We recently got a gold medal for our blueberries, and I think their flavour is the soil and the bugs, all the microbes, and all I do is feed the microbes. ABARE, the Agricultural Bureau of Economics or whatever, recently did a study and realised that small family farms are still more productive. I used to be the Blueberry Industry Development Officer, and I was amazed that my blueberry production was better per acre than the large-scale people, but then they have to put a lot of inputs and they have to employ people. Once you start employing people, that's when your costs go up and your productivity tends to decrease in a way. So basically I think the future is small families doing all the work themselves, because it's all skilled labour. There's nothing unskilled about this, and you're more connected with your land.
Hi, I'm Benedict. I'm from Adson Farm. We grow a lot of veg for locals, and we try and produce gherkins. We do through the summertime, and we sell those through summer and hopefully through winter as well. We live on a few acres in an old farmhouse. It's myself, my wife and 2 kids, and we've got Pickle the dog, and we live a lovely lifestyle, but we work hard for it. Start early, and it's just like jumping out of bed onto the treadmill of trying to get as much done as you can in the time you've got, because there's so much to do. In season, you're preparing soil, you're planting seeds, you're picking crops, you're washing crops, you're getting crops packaged for sale, and I guess you're also looking at weed management, water management. A regular day's pretty much different every day as well, so not one day is the same. It's always changing as the season progresses. But basically, a regular day is a full day, and through the middle of the season, it's generally 7 days a week. It's very challenging. The benefits: you get to be your own boss. You get to walk out of your front door and you're at work. You're always in your own environment, which I think is a pleasure. Look, I'd like to think that gherkin lovers would come from afar to sample the joys of homegrown gherkins grown organically, and I'd also think they'd like to experience what it is to be on a farm, to walk around a farm, to get a feel for what it's like from where the produce comes from it's sort of that paddock to plate mentality, and I think people in cities looking for something to do on the weekends that doesn't involve traffic and parking cars and lots of people, and to come out into the country, they get that bit of peace and quiet and a different perspective, which as a tourist I think that's what you're looking for.
Hi, my name is Florian. I've got a Mount Franklin Organics here at Mount Franklin, obviously. We're just planting some shallots at the moment. I'm also growing heritage tomatoes, garlic, green beans, Roma tomatoes, white peaches, boysenberries, a whole range of herbs, zucchinis and heirloom pumpkins, and the main season for these is kind of like from December till end of April. Over winter I usually just rest as the paddocks do, and yeah, I live here with my partner Melanie and my 16-month-old son Max, and we're loving it out here. It's a beautiful spot. The place is also certified organic. There's no herbicides or pesticides used, and I mainly sell my produce to cafes, pubs, restaurants, caterers around Dalesford, Trentham and Castlemaine, and sell direct to the public at the Dalesford Sunday Railway Market every week. This region is very good because, you know, we're lucky we've got a lot of restaurants and so forth and tourism, so which means we don't have to wholesale. You know, it's easy enough for a small grower to sell everything locally without having to travel far. Yeah, and lots of vegetarians in town, which is also good news because there's quite a lot of support for organic produce, which is great. And yeah, and I think the whole region's just changing with you know, young people moving up, which are they're pretty switched on, and there's more appreciation of, you know, organic produce than there would have been maybe 10 years ago, I'd say. Yeah.